What's up, guys? Back with another Forza Horizon board video. It's been quite a while since I done a gaming video. Since 2021 when Forza Horizon 5 was announced. But I wanted to talk about Horizon 4 because of the fact that it got delisted on December 15, 2024. And it had an incredible run there as well. The gameplay you're seeing is of the McLaren Senna, which is the cover car of Horizon 4. And I wanted to talk about it because of the fact that Horizon 4, like I said, had an incredible run, especially 6 years being supported because the previous Horizon games weren't supported as long as Horizon 4 was, with the original Forza Horizon being supported for 4 years when it came out in 2012 and then was delisted in 2016. Forza Horizon 2 came out in 2014. It was delisted in 2018. And Forza Horizon 3 came out in 2016. It was delisted in 2020 as well. So definitely it's pretty incredible that they managed to keep it going this long because of the fact that new players come play games all the time, especially, and you want to be able to get as many players as possible. So definitely it was pretty cool that they did that, especially. But definitely once it got to 4 years, players were worried that it might have been delisted because of the fact that the previous 3 Horizon games were delisted. But Turn 10 Playground said that it wouldn't be delisted. But it did eventually get delisted, of course, because of the fact that licenses expired, all that. So that's the thing there, especially with games like Horizon, especially. It sucks that it ends up being like that, but it has to be like that for a reason because of the fact, for that reason with the licenses. So it is what it is there, especially. But the fact that it lasted as long as it did, pretty incredible there, especially. So even though the DLCs were delisted a couple of months earlier in June, but definitely it's pretty crazy what I saw like Eric Ship's video as well, saying that on Steam, Horizon 4 had more players than Horizon 5, which was pretty crazy there, especially because of the fact Horizon 4 is just a better game overall. Forza Horizon 5 basically is not exciting in my opinion, especially because of the fact that the world feels more empty in my opinion, especially the fact that it looks so similar to Horizon 3 and all that, especially the seasons are pretty much the same as well, wet and dry, but for the most part, there's not much difference, which was great about Horizon 4 because of the fact that the map was unique, especially every season was different, especially with winter, spring, summer, and fall. Especially, it was cool to see the winter season, especially. I liked it when it snowed and all that, even though a lot of players did, which was a turnoff, but definitely it's a pretty cool aspect of the game because of the fact that it made it unique and all that, so definitely it was a lot of fun to play. I'll still play it from time to time, but definitely I wasn't that excited originally when the game was announced back in 2018 because of the fact that I wanted it to be in Japan, because of the fact that a lot of people wanted Japan, and still do, but it went to the UK, which I understood at the time, even though I originally said I wouldn't get it, but I waited for more information, and I did get it, so definitely it was a lot of fun to play, and all that, especially because of the fact that it's pretty cool that the UK gave the developers Playground Games home and all that, so especially Ralph Fulton was in charge at the time that Horizon 4 was announced and all that, so definitely it was pretty cool that it happened like that, even though I did say in the video before the announcement and all that about, oh, it would have been cool, like, had it been London as well. I thought it would have been in Japan, even though I said at that time that I would like it to be in Rio de Janeiro as well, with Japan being also one of those locations I would have liked. But definitely, the UK, it is what it is there, especially, even though Horizon 4 doesn't have a proper city, even though Edinburgh is in the game, it's still a pretty cool city, Edinburgh, because of the fact that it's such a historic city there in Scotland. It has appeared on a number of popular projects like movies and games and all that. It appeared in Avengers Infinity War and Fast and Furious 9 there as well. And plus, it also appeared in Project Gotham Racing 2 as well, which took inspiration Horizon 4 did from that game, especially to be able to include that track and that part of Edinburgh in Horizon 4, the Princess Street part of Edinburgh. So that was pretty cool that Horizon 4 did that as well to pay homage to Project Gotham Racing, especially how that game looks pretty great as well, just like Horizon 4, the graphics and all that as well. So, you know, I would have preferred a city with skyscrapers like how Horizon 3 had it with Surfers Paradise. Even a larger city would have been nice there as well, but the developers there at Playground Games at Turn 10 had to try to keep it the way they could to keep a Horizon theme and all that, so definitely Edinburgh was not a bad choice there as well, but definitely Edinburgh is very accurate Horizon 4, just like how it was in Project Gotham Racing 2, and just like how it is in real life as well, so it is what it is there, especially, but definitely I wasn't a fan of some of the stuff that they added after launch, especially, you know, at launch it felt fine, but I didn't like the fact that they ended up adding the festival playlist and all that. I thought it was just kind of overrated and all that, especially. It wasn't really that necessary, in my opinion, especially a lot of that stuff you have to do online and all that, especially. I like playing offline, but obviously a lot of stuff made you forced to do that, especially playing Playground Games, like online version of that, especially because of the fact they wanted to give more of an online focus to the players and all that, especially. I miss the fact that they also had the offline convoys that they used to have in Horizon 3. I wish that would have been in Horizon 4, but they wanted more online presence, so but it's what it is there, especially. I also did like the eliminator thing. I did eventually try it because of the fact that I tried Xbox Game Pass for a while when it was $1. So I wanted to try that in that case because of the fact that, I was able to try it because of the $1 special. And I figured, why not try it because of the fact that I had the online capabilities for a while. But definitely I didn't like the Eliminator thing because of the fact that it was so Fortnite-like. And it was not necessary to try to include Fortnite in the game, especially because about that Fortnite's kind of ruining gaming now, especially because of the fact that a lot of players end up doing those stupid things and dances and all that as well. Horizon 4 had some of the dances as well, but it got removed because of the fact that Fortnite's lawsuit, where like some of the people were suing them over certain moves and all that as well, dances. But definitely I didn't care for all that stuff, especially just cared about trying to play it and all that. Like I said, it didn't have the offline convoy that it had in Horizon 3, but it is what it is there, especially. But definitely, like I said, it's a fun game, and it's sad that it ended up being like gone and all that, the support. But I missed out on the DLCs of Horizon 3, especially with the Hot Wheels DLC. Was a DLC I really wanted, and a Blizzard Battle DLC, but I wanted the Hot Wheels more because of the fact that it was so cool looking, especially be able to drive and relive your childhood in there as well. But Horizon 4's DLCs were not that exciting. The Fortune Island DLC was too similar to the main map. I didn't care for that at all. And the Lego DLC felt too childish in my opinion. So I didn't like any of those DLCs, especially. It would have been nice how the Hot Wheels DLC came back. It did come back as a card pack and in Forzathons and seasonal championships, but not as a world, as a separate map. But it is what it is there as well. But definitely what a great game Horizon 4 was, especially so much fun to be able to play it. It wasn't like I didn't play it as frequently as Horizon 3, like week to week, but every time I played it, it was a good experience and all that, especially it's just like incredible like thing that Horizon 4 was, especially. And it's sad that it ended up being ending, but it had a great run, especially, like I said, 6 years of like support and all that is incredible. But like I said, licenses expired and all that, but it is what it is there with Horizon 4. But I made sure to get it the DLC, the packs, like I said, but the card packs, got some card packs there as well. But I made sure to get the digital version of the game as well, since the fact that eventually, with the disc, it may not end up working after a while, but with the digital version, it'll work for years to come and all that, which I didn't do for Horizon 3 either. So once the disc damages, you're not going to be able to play it unless you get the digital version. But so I made sure to do that, especially with the scare that, like, people were saying, oh, it's going to be delisted and all that, but that didn't happen at that time. So eventually I did get that. The standard edition Horizon 4, just like how I have it on the disc. So now, like, I can still play it even if the disc still works. So definitely, it's got, like, cool that, that happened like that, especially. But yeah, but definitely there's a lot of memories with the game as well. With the game, especially when I played it as well, using a rap of Kevin Harvick's paint scheme in honor of his retirement as well. I even customized the license plate to say forever as well. So definitely the community of Horizon is pretty incredible, especially. So definitely it's still gonna have players and all that until like a better Horizon comes out or whatever. But yeah, definitely it was a great run and all that. So definitely pretty cool that like this happened with that like you still got players and all that till the end and all that. But eventually it was gonna get delisted because of the fact, like I said, licenses expire and all that, like I said earlier. But that's how it is. So yeah, definitely a great run for Horizon 4 there as well. Plus, Horizon 4 will be the last Horizon game to be released exclusively on Microsoft products with their Xbox One and Windows PCs as well, because of the fact that Horizon 5 was announced to be on PS5 as well. Definitely never would have expected that announcement because of the fact Horizon had always been exclusive to Microsoft products, as well as the main Forza Motorsport franchise as well. So that definitely places Horizon 4 as a special game there as well. So, and it was also awesome that Toyota and Mitsubishi came back to Horizon 4 as well, because of the fact that neither one was available at launch. But the Toyota announcement was definitely a surprise because of the fact that they didn't want to be in racing games anymore, because of the fact that and all that, especially because of the street racing and all that as well, because of the fact that all that was like that. But definitely it was cool when that happened, because of the fact that it allowed the Toyota Supra to come back as well, and to be able to have iconic liveries, especially with the Brian O'Connor, Paul Walker Toyota Supra as well on the first Fast and Furious movie and all that as well. So especially with Mitsubishi being back as well, that was pretty cool when all that happened as well. So, but Horizon 4 won't have the fate that the crew had, as the crew was shut down, despite the fact that it was an online-only game and paid as well, as there was a whole movement with Stop Killing Games as well, movement that's still going on, especially to try to prevent developers from shutting down online-only games and to preserve them for years to come, especially, and that was a big movement there, especially with Ross Scott being in charge of the whole thing. So at least Horizon 4 won't have to worry about something like that happening, as it'll be playable for years to come, even after it's been long delisted as well. So that's a good thing there as well. So Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. And if you are brand new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.